everyone is doing okay this morning. I want to start this morning off on a happy note, or at the very least a comical note. I think it's comical. You may think it's comical, so let's have some fun. Start our day off well. First and foremost, if you guys enjoy the content and you find yourself coming back here often, please feel free to share, like, subscribe. I always say you can always support the PayPal or Patreon. As for the contributors, we've been having a patron appreciation episode on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. My wife and I put on a pretty good episode, I think. We've been having pretty decent reviews on the shows, and we've been having a lot of people join us. So please join us if you are if you're around and not doing anything, you just kind of want to hang out. Also, you can get access to those shows if you are a member of Patreon. Even $1 helps, and even $1 gets you access to the show. So there's that. Also, I want to give a shout out to Cynthia McKinney for coming on the show yesterday. She is awesome. Every time she comes on, she feels like a family member. So it's like engaging with her is like engaging with somebody who's a relative. It's weird, but she's absolutely awesome. Love her to death. So let's get into what I want to talk about today. So I came across a bit of information that tickled me like nobody's business. I've been sitting here laughing my ass off this morning. This video will be the recitations. I am going to recite poetry. Edgy, dark poetry. One Mr. BETO O'Rourke started his campaign off doing something that sent off alarm bells to me. Ultimately, when he first started his campaign, he was being squirrely about the amount of money that he was raising in that campaign. Which leads me to ask, why are you being squirrely with the amount of money that you're being raised? Meaning, why are you not showing it? Why are you not doing what every other campaign did? Essentially, how much were you bringing in and who were you bringing it in from? And why are you scared to show it? That sends off alarm bells. If you can't be transparent now, why would I expect you to be transparent later on? Nevertheless, let's move away from the campaign trail for a moment and let's get into BETO's history. BETO's history away from politics, when he wasn't a bad skateboarder or an awkward politician, but when he was a dark youth. BETO has an alias. BETO was part of a group, a super group, a hacker super group, even though we don't necessarily know if he hacked anything. He was called Psychedelic Warlord. And odder still, we don't even know if BETO has ever used psychedelics. If I'm not mistaken, I heard he say he didn't. Psychedelic Warlord was part of a group called Cult of the Dead Cow. Now, this gets into some weird, strange stuff that BETO is into. BETO is the one in the picture that looks like he's a devil worshiper. And if I'm being honest, all of them look like they're devil worshippers. So BETO is the one with the arrows and pointing to that says BETO. Let's get into some of this because I want to recite some of Dead Cow's poetry, and I think I'm going to do an awesome recitation. BETO, Psychedelic Warlord. And by the way, it's also a little bit squirrely that he calls himself BETO. And I have to ask, is he calling himself BETO? I'm slightly agreeing with Eugene. Is he calling himself BETO because he's from a large Hispanic state, and people who may not know him, he wants to try to get that vote just based on cultural stuff? Just putting it out there. That's a conspiracy theory. I don't know that to be true, so don't put any weight behind that. I'm just saying. So let's go to the poetry itself. I want to get into some of the poetry. So these are the writings of one Mr. Psychedelic Warlord. I'm going to give my recitation. I'm going to do my best to be faithful to the work. Because I want to be fair to BETO on this when people are hearing it. So this is the first one. Let's go to this one first. Bus driver. bus driver. A dark tale of a homicidal bus driver. Damn, I hate those kids. Just like the ones I had to put up with in school. Unfortunately, it's my job to haul those little fuckers back and forth. Let's do this. There we are. Alright, let's start again, because I want to do them right. Damn, I hate those kids. Just like the ones I had to put up with in school. Unfortunately, it's my job to haul those little fuckers back and forth to school. To this day, though, I've never been late or called in sick. Always on schedule. That's my motto. My name, it's Willie. Willie Pussler. But those little fuckers call me Pussbag. Damn, I hate those little fuckers. Those smart-ass little fuckers. First stop, coming on schedule. Suddenly my pent-up anger took control, forcing me to speed up ahead of me. All I could see was that little bastard freshman Tommy waiting for me to haul his little ass to school. He was the one who first started calling me Pussbag. God, I hate him. He looked at me coming down the road. He got an odd look on his face when he noticed I wasn't slowing down. First stop on schedule. I swerved and hit Tommy. I could hear his bones snap as they fell under the massive front tire. It was a lot like the time I accidentally ran over the dog 3 years ago, only this was a bigger bump. That's all. A sudden realization of what I did shot through me, and it was invigorating. Next stop, on schedule. There were 9 fuckers this time around, but I only managed to hit 6 of them. Chuck, a junior, and Julie and Brian, 2 sophomores, were my only fatal hits. I wasn't sure about Kate. It didn't matter anyway, because she was retarded. Oh, shame on you, Psycho Warlord. Shame on you, calling somebody retarded. That's shame on you. Unfortunately, Paul and Brian will probably live. Shit, those 8th graders are hard to kill. You wouldn't think they would be, though. Next stop, coming up on schedule. I raced down the curving back roads, for once, eager to get to the next stop. Jenny didn't even have time to dodge. Her small, frail body was crushed to a pulp under the instrument of vengeance. All I saw was a streak of red across the lower portion of the door's window. Next stop on schedule. The 2 8th graders weren't as lucky as Paul and Brian. I think Sydney's brother Stanley got stuck in the front of the bus because I didn't see his remains in the mirror. I could hear something wet slapping the pavement below me. In a while, it should dislodge itself anyway. Next stop on schedule. Unfortunately, the girl at the next stop saw my most recent victim dangling from the front of the bus. She screamed and ran into the safety of her house. Damn! I pulled over alongside the desolate road stop, hoping it wasn't going to take too long to clean up this mess. His mangled arms wrapped around the front bumper with only his head and his torso still hanging on. I don't know what happened to this other arm. I now noticed a streak of blood and the innards trailing the bus. Surprisingly, I wasn't sick or nauseated in the least. Actually, it was quite interesting. I had never seen half of a body before. I removed the remains, threw them in a ditch, and hopped back into the bus. There's more of this. There's a lot more of this. I mean, he's getting a hard one trying to murder kids. The next one is even weirder. This one is short, so I'm going to recount the entirety of this one. There's some odd stuff going on with the cow. BETO needs to explain this. BETO needs to explain this. Song of the Cow by Psychedelic Warlord. I need a butt shine. Right now. You are holy, O sacred cow. I thirst for you. Provide milk. Buff my balls. Love the cow. Good the fortune for those that do. Love me. Breathe my feet. The cow has risen. Wax my ass. Scrub my balls. The cow has risen. Provide milk. Oh, milky wonder, sing for us once more. Live your life, everlasting joy. Thrust your holes into my analytical passage. Enjoy my fruits. Provider of cheese and other wonderful dairy products. We will cleanse your inner intestines. We will bathe in your pungent odor. Gather cotton. Count my eyes. Smell my skin. Love the scarecrow and the milkman. I live only for eternity. Thirst for the undrinkable. Hold the heat. Praise the doughboy at the pizza shop. Love the oxen dung. These have been recitations of Psychedelic Warlord, one Mr. BETO O'Rourke. I'm linking all of the entire catalog of Cult of the Cow. Yeah, Cult of the Dead Cow. And you can read the writings of BETO for yourself. I may even have recitations once a week because there's a ton of content to do the recitation of. But people needed to know, they should know what's, rambling in the brain of one Mr. BETO. And maybe BETO should ask why he's okay with murdering kids in this way. This is a little strange stuff. That's all. I'll end this here. I'll end this here, and I'll see you guys in a few. I have a ton of shows. We're going to be here all day, so I hope you can stay with me. Thanks all.